Rare and fabulous flying machines of fabric and wood at WAAAM. Most air and car museums show their machines like still life art. They're usually clean at Thea, however, they keep these planes and cars running. Nearly every vehicle, from early biplanes to Model Ts, muscle cars to World War II fighters, race a look at some of the incredible machines at WAAAM. The white hangars of WAAAM could be any industrial park, and unlike other air museums there's no multitude of aircraft scattered outside. Inside, though, is a wonderland. One of the docents, knowing they were usable vehicles, added a whole new dimension to the museum. These aren't static. During my visit on a cold, wet, snow-covered day in the late winter, I didn't get to see any flights, but in one of the hangars several volunteers were working on several antique cars, getting them ready for future display. During the summer, it's a treat to see an impressive collection of such old aircraft. There's obviously the is also a bit out of the way for most people, being an hour east of Portland and further afield than two other great air museums in the area, Ayonda. However, the gallery above might tide you over for now. As well as covering TV and other display tech, Jeff does photo tours including got and more. You can follow his exploits on and on his travel blogger. He also wrote a
raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.